B.A.T.R Gaming presents.
Long ago, before the Great War of the Realms and the rise of the Sons of Bahram, there was an age lost to time. And unto this, a war between 5 gods of the cosmos created Salaria by mistake. It is I, Aldo Dawnscleave, who alone can tell thee of this saga. Let me tell you the days of high adventure.
Welcome back. It was a long, long fucking Christmas break.
Quite extensive. Quite extensive.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was going to be 2 fucking weeks. Holy shit. But hey, you know, we needed it. We needed it. So, man, I need more of a break. Last we left off, you guys were traveling back from Frowife. You guys had saved the day. You dethroned Santa and stuck a new Santa in his place. And you guys take the same magical air balloon back to Eraedien, and Daria decides to take a leave of absence for a few days and visit his mother and handle some business. James Blackport decides to still study the ore mining, or the dwarven ore miner, hoping to gain some kind of insight or knowledge upon the mechanical creation of the dwarves. Balthazar, you have been in your tent for days, studying just fervorously, studying your tome of Cockonomicon, trying to gain the power to avoid the very tragic death of Mydorth, trying to avoid the same thing happening to one of your party members. Carnivaro has been sitting at the tent where the tavern once was and is just drinking his feelings away. Misses his friend Mydorth, and that continues for a couple of days. And while all this is going on, the townspeople are attempting to move the rubble of the mayor's mansion, trying to rebuild some semblance of civilization where ruin sits. As Como comes back from his journey, he is approached by one of the townsfolk who seems very somber. Mr. Hero Man, excuse me.
My bad. I thought it was a comma, not a period.
I don't speak in common commas or periods.
What can I do for you, Bob?
While excavating the mayor's mansion, we seem to have found your friend, the big orc fella. Unfortunately, he didn't make it.
I thought I already took his body with me to go bury
No,
him.
you didn't.
Like,
No, I think you just
all you did
burned
was,
my Dorth.
Burned my Dorth.
I knew I burned my Dorth.
Yeah, no. His body was still buried under the rubble.
Just fucking sitting there like, huh, I knew I forgot something. That's
We dare not move him because his body is quite fragile, and I'm sorry to say, missing some limbs. However, here is his belongings, everything we could find near his body and on his body. He holds out a satchel with, it's just covered in blood, and he just holds it out to you.
I grab it.
Oh, or I forget, he also hands you a blood-stained letter.
I also grab that.
So, would you like us to bury his body, or did he have some form of arrangement for burial? Or?
I want to point to my wagon and my Vicuna and ask them to politely place his body in the wagon.
Okay. He goes off, and after some time, you see him and a couple other people carrying a very smaller carcass than what Guldar was, smaller than he was. Safe to assume that it was him, in fact, because, again, limbs are missing. The body is covered up and wrapped in a blanket and placed as respectfully as possible into the back of your wagon with the Vicuna.
I thank the commoner and then go to read the letter.
Oh, the letter has words on the front of it. You can't really make it out because it's blood-stained. But you open up the letter and you read, Dear Mother, I'm sorry for the way things happened between me and Father. I know that our falling out was more detrimental to you than to Father, but if you're reading this letter, that means that I have died. And most likely I have died protecting my friend Como Daria, which I wish you would have had the opportunity to meet. He was a good friend and a great ally. Love, Guldar.
I'm familiar with, because he's from one of the other planes, correct?
Yeah, he's from from your understanding, he was basically a refugee from another plane, but he was adopted. That you did know. He was adopted by a family in your town. However, they ended up moving from your town. You never met his parents. And as far as you knew, he only had a mother. Because he only talked about his mother.
Well, I think it's time to go pay my aunt a visit then.
Okay. So you head off to Bilazili. Alright. So you head back to your hometown of Bilazili, and you go to Balthazar, who is still studying his tome. Winds are blowing the tent flaps, but you are focused on your tome of cockonometry or cockonomicon. Ecology.
All this reading. I feel like I'm still so far, but yet close to learning new aspects of my school of magic that may help me save others in the future.
As you sit there and read over the ancient scriptures, you hear a voice in your mind. A very soft voice.
Hello?
Are you the one who will bring about my legacy?
Well, what legacy would that be?
The legacy that every man wants and every woman dreams of. The legacy of pleasure.
So are we talking about, like, pogs? Is that the type of pleasure we're talking about here, or something else?
Love me a good pog.
We are talking about the pleasures of the flesh. Sex. That's what we're talking is sex. Jesus Christ. Why
Yes,
why
sex.
you?
Well, it seems you've come to me for my knowledge of the Cockonomicon, then.
No.
Oh.
I have come to you to help you attain your rightful place as my right hand.
I'm not going to be jacking you off, am I?
No, but if you play your cards right, I will be.
Oh. Well, I like the way you speak.
No. Mortal.
Yes.
Do you wish to become my right hand?
Well, it's kind of hard to refuse. What do I get in return?
I will bestow upon you a weapon of great magic. However, you must have the power to summon it.
Well, it sounds like a pretty good deal to me. I'll take it.
Okay. Keep studying your tome and grow in the ways of Kochik, you call it. And my powers will be bestowed upon you. Is that fair?
As long as they come upon me in the night. I always like being come upon in the night.
You can't be the only chosen one. There's no fucking way.
Seems like you must be stuck with me. But yes, I will continue to study my Cockonomicon.
I hope so. Well, then, farewell. She disappears from your mind.
That was strange. Hopefully I get this magic weapon. It sounds interesting as shit.
So, what you need to do is put, when you are ready to summon this magic weapon, you'll need to make an Arcana check. And if you pass the Arcana check, you will get the spell to summon a weapon. And from that point, I'll give you the details once you're ready to summon it.
Can that be any time?
It can be at any time, yes.
I feel like I've read enough. Let's do it now.
Okay. What's your Arcana at currently, your Arcana skill?
Plus 6.
Modifier? Plus 6, give yourself plus 7. Because you've been doing nothing but studying.
Okay. So then I got a 20 with that.
Alright. So you stand there and you hold your hand out and you focus as much as you can on summoning this weapon. And in your hand, a ball of energy appears and just extends from the bottom of your hand all the way through the top of your hand. And you are currently holding a bow of just nothing but pure energy.
Sexy.
And at the tips of the bow, 2 heads can be seen.
2 kids, you said?
No, tips. Tips. T-I-P-S. 2 kids. Tips. T-I-P-S. You know, the ends of the bow?
Tips.
You see 2 cock heads on the top and at the bottom.
What is there an arrow? Do I have a quiver?
No, you don't have an arrow and you don't have a quiver. But would you like to do the hand motion of what is it? Knocking or notching?
Knocking.
You knock an arrow.
Knocking. Yeah. Would you like to do the gesture of knocking an arrow?
Yes, I would like to.
All right. So you do the gesture of with your empty hand knocking an arrow, and you pull back on the bowstring, and there appears an arrow. And at the tip of that arrow is ever so slightly point. And on that point rests a little dick tip. You are now the proud owner of the spell called the Love Bite.
Oh, shit.
It does 2d10 when you shoot it. And are you writing this down?
Oh, fuck. Hold on.
Okay, because you're going to have to put this in your inventory.
Shit, we were on break. I put away my notebook. Give me a second. Alright, hold on. This is the Love Bite.
Yeah, the Love Bite.
Fuck, that pen's not working. God damn it. I mean, my quill is not working.
Will decided to crap out.
Alright, the Love Bite. 2d10 damage while shooting.
It has the same range as a regular longbow.
Which is...
I believe that it's effective
60,
between
60 short range, 120 long.
Okay.
Yeah, between 60 and 120.
Okay, so the same as my revolver.
Yeah.
Actually, it's 150 short range and 600 long range.
Oh, fuck.
Why do you say actually when it was you who was telling me and I was following your lead?
Because I was correcting myself.
Oh, well.
150 short, 600 long. It's L-A-W-N-G-E long.
Yeah.
All right.
Same on the bow.
They call me the Sugar Dick Daddy.
And additionally, when the arrow hits, it does 3d6 necrotic damage.
So I got poisonous
So
semen.
now- yes.
Just like
You
a
got
cobra.
dead-
3d6 fucking necrotic damage. Is there a refractory period for this thing?
No.
Oh shit! I
You
gotta
can use-
refresh.
You can use this bow in combat. Okay? You're going to have to write this down. You can use it in one encounter per day. At the end of that day, at the beginning of dawn each day, you can reuse it one time. Meaning, each encounter, you can use it for as long as you want in that encounter. You have infinite ammo. However, after that encounter, you can't use it.
So there
Till
is a
the next
refractory period.
Yeah,
But I got stamina. Okay, I'm hearing you. You should have called that the 60-minute man.
I was gonna suggest we rename the name of the boat the Johnny's Sin.
Yes, can we? Can we do that? The Johnny's Sin?
Can. It's yours. You can
All
call
right.
it whatever the hell you want.
Yes,
The
now
boat,
I
Johnny's
shall
Sin.
call you the Johnny's Sin. Oh, that's
Johnny-
fucking fantastic.
Damn. That is perfect.
I'm gonna impale a bunch of different creatures with this thing. I fire an arrow through the tent flap without looking.
Okay. Roll. Oh, sorry. To hit, it's a +1 to your normal. Oh, fuck. I just forgot the goddamn word.
D20.
Proficiency. It's a +1. It's a +1 plus your proficiency modifier.
Oh shit! Where's the proficiency modifier?
It's on the very top of your thing, like with your attributes. It's like my proficiency is +3.
Oh, okay, yeah, proficiency +3. All right, so it's just a 20 plus 3 plus 1.
20 plus 4. It's
Well,
a
you-
D20 plus 4.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
okay, yeah. So 20 plus 4. All right, so just I gotta roll the hit then.
Roll to hit.
I roll a 19, so +4. We got a 23 to hit.
Roll damage.
What was that again? 2d10 while shooting. Alright, so... Damn. So we got a 10 and a 7, so 17.
Okay.
And then did the arrow hit anything?
In the distance, you hear a woman scream in pain.
Oh shit, so I gotta roll a 3d6 then.
You gotta roll a 3d6.
Probably just killed some mother that was out with her fucking child. Uh, 10 total.
Okay. So, as you're hearing the scream, you hear a few other screams and the scream from a child. And you just hear people looking around, trying to figure out what the hell happened because there's no arrow there. There's no evidence that she was shot by you.
Is she dead?
Oh, she's very dead. She was out walking her child. Well,
If I'm-
she got struck in the chest with a fucking arrow.
Fuck, okay.
Little meta knowledge here. Don't commoners have like 4 hit points?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Alright, so I dispel the bow. Walk outside of my tent after stowing the Kakonomicon on my person again. Walk up and say, "Oh my god, did anyone see what happened?" as I stoop down and search her body for any valuables.
Roll a sleight of hand. Everyone's, looking at you now because you brought attention to yourself.
Alright, that's a
Yeah, Corey,
15. But also, I was going to do it in plain sight anyways. But it is a 15 on sleight of hand, though.
What were you going to ask her or say, Trent?
I was gonna say make him do performance first, but fuck it. If he was gonna out himself off the rip, fuck it.
So, they're asking, what's going on, and patting this woman down, trying to find any kind of valuables. Everyone's just looking at you with a look of disgust and disdain as you are trying to attempt to rob a woman who was just killed, loot a woman who was just killed in front of her child.
I look at them and say, Well, what are
Hey,
you looking
wait.
at me for? She doesn't have any need for this shit anymore.
Hey, question.
Sure.
I haven't like left yet, have I?
No.
Okay.
As far as I know, well, no, hang on. I think I did say you started heading towards Bilazili. Or Bilazila.
Yeah, but like I wouldn't be like outside of town yet if I was by the one place yet, by the ruins of the governor's mansion. This is what I'm asking, because I'm assuming this is all happening simultaneously.
All right, yeah, we can say that it's happening around the same time.
I want to hop off my wagon and walk up to the woman, and I'd like to cast the cantrip Spare the Dying. Oh wait,
Hey.
no wait. Fuck, she died instantly. Never mind. I forgot he hit her for a 10. That's like 2 1/4 her fucking, or 2 1/2 her total health.
Nah, I hit her for like
you're like 27.
She got fucking obliterated.
So you walk up and you put your hands over her and cast the spell or the cantrip Spare the Dying, and you realize all too late that it's gonna have no effect, but people look at you and they're just kind of nodding, like, you know, he tried.
I'm trying, damn it. I'm just sitting there like, live, damn it, live.
Her kid is bawling his eyes out as he's looking at you, Balthazar, patting his mother down, trying to take what little valuable she has.
Now, have I found anything, though?
Yes, in fact, you did. You found a small little piece of bread in her pocket, and that was it.
As I find this small piece of bread, I look directly in the kid's eye and just shove it in my mouth and fucking eat it. And then stand up, look around, look back at the child and say, "Son, do you have anyone else but your mother?"
Child looks at you, his eyes wide, tearing, just tears pouring from his eyes, and he just shakes his head no.
I proclaim to this crowd, "Well, it's settled then. I shall take this child in my stead, and he shall become my apprentice."
I look at Balthazar, and I just am shaking no.
A couple of the villagers come up, put their hands on your chest, and push you back. You will do no such thing. This child does not belong to you, you monster.
Well,
First
he doesn't
you try
belong
loot
to
his
anyone
mother.
anymore.
First you try to loot his mother, and now you're trying to steal her child? What kind of monster are you?
During this time, I take the child by the hand and lead him to the wagon. I'm going to take him to my aunt.
Well, I would never steal a child. In fact, I will offer one of you 50 gold pieces for this lad.
Are you doing that? Are you leading this child just in front of everybody, or are you trying to like whisk him away?
No, like I grab his hand and I'm like, hey, like, you know, I have someone who will take care of you.
That sounds kind of sus, townspeople. I'm offering you 50 gold. This man's just taking this poor child.
I state that I'm taking the child to my aunt in the next town over, who runs the inn.
Yeah, his Aunt Gregory, who has a penis. You know, this man, I believe, is trying to sexually assault this child.
This is one town over, correct?
Yeah, it'd be one town over.
So they probably know of my aunt then, seeing as
No.
she runs the inn, the only
No.
fucking bar in the area.
No. A lot of the people in this town weren't allowed to leave. And if they did leave, they never came back.
Child
Again, this is a
pedophile!
state-
I start to yell into the crowd. He's a pedophile! Stop him! I will pay 50 gold for this boy.
Alright.
Is my guy even? I don't even think my guy. How old is my character? Okay, I'm barely not. Yeah, I'm just an adult at that point.
Alright, so Como, I need you to roll a persuasion, and
what?
Balthazar, persuasion.
Where the fuck's my D20?
And I need you, Balthazar, to roll a performance check first, and then a deception check.
Wait a minute. So I thought you wanted me to roll a persuasion, so a performance and then a deception?
Yeah.
Shit, those are my 2 worst. Alright, let's see.
I got a +3 to persuasion. Take a guess what I'm gonna get.
Shit. Alright, I got a performance check of 16 and a deception check of 11.
Alright.
I
What'd
got a
you get?
15 on my persuasion after modifiers.
The crowd begins to look at you, Mo, and their faces kind of shifting a bit to questioning and suspicious.
Wait, can I just
And
not
one of
show
the-
them? Can I just show them my badge to show I'm part of the fucking guild?
Yeah, Water Guild?
Well,
That doesn't
one of
mean
the-
they can't be fucking child pedophiles. I don't know
Well,
how
no,
that's
but
gonna help.
It proves where I'm taking the child.
One of
To rape
the townspeople puts a hand on your wrist and takes the child's hand out of your hand. To be completely honest, we don't know either one of you two, but he does bring up a good point. You're trying to take the child. We take care of our own here. We don't need anybody from the outside telling us how to do things, and we definitely don't need a madman crying out pedophilia every 10 seconds.
Alright, so as
I'm
they
on board
say
with the
this,
second part.
as they say this, I go, well, wait. Listen, I must say that this man, I may have made things up. He is not a pedophile. However, this boy, I promise you, if you leave this boy in my stead, he will have a better place than where he is now. Motherless, he will have someone to look after him. 2 people, in fact. Me and my associate here, Como. And he will learn the ways of magical schools and increase his place in this world. Is that not what you would want for this boy? Let the boy speak for himself. Can I do
put my hand on Balthazar's lips, and I'm just like, he literally jacks off to cast magic.
I want you to roll a persuasion check at advantage.
So, what does that mean? Twice?
Means you roll twice and pick the higher.
Okay, so I got a 16 as the higher. He will be my ward. I try to mouth through Como's hands.
Townspeople look at one another and what Como Daria did for, you know, the mother of this child, and see how he's more or less trying to keep you on a leash. Do you promise to not bring harm to the boy?
I do. In fact,
Not you. You reek of stomach cum and beard crumbs. But you, water merchant.
Yes, I give you my word. He will be 1 town over at the local inn. My aunt runs it.
He
She'll
looks
have-
down at the boy and whispers something to him, and the kid nods, and kid walks beside you and stands there, waiting for your next move.
I take his hand and we go to the wagon.
Okay. So I need you guys to put, for, time purposes, just, a child as a companion or ally, whichever the hell it's called.
I also follow over to his wagon, and I look over at, look down to the boy and say, "Boy, what is your name?"
Boy looks at you and still has a look of disdain on his face. Just sniffles and bites on his lip and just keeps quiet.
I shall name you George Michael.
Balthazar,
Yes.
you get to walk beside the wagon on our trip to town.
Ah, shit.
Let the boy grieve.
All right. I shall leave you alone, boy, but I do want you to know this one thing. I will teach you to become a powerful magician and sorcerer, so that nobody may ever defeat anyone close to you ever again. You will learn the ways of cock magic.
If you come, and I mean CUM, if you come within 50 feet of this man, or this boy, I will destroy all of the water in your body.
How old is this kid, by the way? Just so we know.
7.
He's like 7? Boy, when you are older, I will teach you the ways, as your body is not yet ready for this type of magic. It's too powerful for you at this point. But I tell you, I will teach you one of these days, so that you may replace me.
Kid just gets closer to Komodaria and holds his hand for dear life.
I would like to cast the spell Command on Balthazar.
Okay.
Do I have a saving throw for this?
Yeah, you gotta roll Wisdom.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it's an 8.
You failed.
Damn.
I say silence.
So as you go to speak a word, your mouth opens and nothing comes out. Not one sound. The kid looks at you, Como, and, smiles and tries to wipe his eyes away of the tears and, starts being a little more jovial, a little more happy.
I hand him
As
a
you
water
guys-
skin and a ration.
The boy takes it and just begins to tear into the ration. It may have been a day or two that he hasn't eaten, and he starts just guzzling down the water from the water skin. As you guys are now at the wagon with Guldar's body in the back.
Are we gonna bury his mother? Or are we
No,
just
the
gonna leave her in the
townsfolk
street?
Townsfolk are handling that.
Yeah, the townsfolk will handle that.
Out of
We're
character,
just-
this boy is gonna turn up to be a fucking badass. It's gonna grow up to be a fucking kick-ass fucking warrior, I'm telling you right now.
I'm gonna teach him to be a cleric, and you're gonna not come within 50 feet of this boy.
Until he's of age. And then he's gonna learn all about seamancy.
If he wants.
Yeah, okay, if he wants to.
If he wants. Until
We won't
then,
force anything on him.
If you come within 50 feet of this boy. I feel like with that word, if you sploosh within 50 feet of this god, Balthazar.
Well,
And don't
what do
worry,
you
a lot
mean
of this is
splooge?
getting cut out.
What do you mean? What do you mean splooge within 50 feet of this boy? I mean, what if there's monsters to his left, and he's next to me, and I have to splooge past him? I'm gonna get exploded for that, for saving the boy's life.
You better learn to use your fucking hands.
Well, I'm very proficient with my hands currently on myself. I've been practicing in my tent for quite a while while you were dealing with Santa and such. But I digress. I will not come within 50 feet of the boy until he is
You're gonna
18 years
fucking
until he is 18 years of age.
I'm oh fuck, I don't have a lot of gold now.
You should have some gold
Or-
from you should have 2,000 from whatchamaffucket.
I want you to know, I'm not going to tell you what I did, but I'm going to tell you this right now. I dropped 20,000 gold in our downtime.
Oh my god, did you buy the fucking airship?
I bought some stuff. Don't worry about it.
I gotta start
dropped-
buying shit.
I dropped 20k. That's the only time I've spent gold this whole campaign, I'm pretty sure.
Better be cum cannons on an airship. It's like
As you
hot
guys
hot
are-
splooge instead of oil.
If you splooge within 50 feet of anything I own, I swear to God.
I mean, 25 feet. Yeah, what if I have to defend things while I'm inside of your fucking
Your
wagon.
vessel.
Man, you
Inside.
better fucking hope there's a sword or a bow or something nearby.
God damn it. Well, I did acquire a new found power. Nothing related to what happened to this poor lady over here.
So as you guys are traveling and going to Bilazili or Bilazila, Carnivaro has continued doing what he's been doing for the last couple of days, drinking and just moping about. James is taking this time to rest up and gather himself, and he decides that it is time to speak with Carnivaro about the events that happened in Frowythe. And as they begin talking, we go back to you guys, who are still traveling. And how long does that spell last, that silent spell?
The what? The command?
Yeah.
Outside of combat, it's DM discretion. Inside of combat, it's 1 turn.
Okay, so... Alright, we'll just say that it's... You know, it's past. It's, the spell has expired. Balthazar, you can talk now. And you guys are still traveling a couple of days to Como's hometown.
So, this Bizzlesworth, this is where you grew up?
What? How do you say it? I don't have it written down.
Bilazili, or Bilazila.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
checking again.
Bilazili, sure. Yeah, Bizzlesworth, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, it's where I grew up.
Ah, must be a nice place now. You said your aunt works at the tavern. Does that mean we get free drinks, or,
She owns it, and it's still a business.
Ah, I see.
Bilazili. That's the name, is Bilazili.
Well, what are her prices? I mean, are they about the same as every other tavern, or is she running kind of a discount establishment?
Standard prices.
Well, I see. So, you think I can hop inside the wagon? I promise I won't come.
Are you going to try to solicit the boy?
Whoa! I am not Carnivaro, alright? I have fucking boundaries here. Just because I happen to deal with cock magic doesn't make me a pedophile. Jesus. He's a fucking boy.
Can I do an insight check? I don't trust Balthazar's intentions.
Balthazar, are you telling the truth that you have no ill intentions with this child?
No, yeah, I'm dead serious.
Okay.
I don't fuck kids. Jesus.
I didn't mean solicit as in fuck. I meant solicit as in to try to bring him into your fucking cum coal.
Well, I told you not until the boy's 18. I may, I already let him know of it.
Okay, so I guess the insight check would be, are you still going to pursue recruiting him?
Like I said, not until he's 18, unfortunately.
Fine, you can ride in the back, but you have to ride with Guldar.
Yeah, alright. I guess a stinking body will do.
If you touch Guldar's corpse, I will literally guillotine you.
Oh, Christ, that's not what I meant. Jesus fucking Christ. This guy's really fucking touchy here.
So as you ride in the back, the unexpected journey, honestly, the wagon hits a bump. Just a random rock, and as you sit back there, you notice a little small jump fall out of Guldar's pocket.
You said a little small what? That kind of cut out
A
there.
journal. Yeah, I don't know what's going on my end. It's fucking trash on my end, but a small journal.
Okay.
Like a little notebook.
And it's just fallen out into the back of the carriage, right? Or wagon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Pick it up and inspect it.
Okay. So you open it up and you realize that it is not Guldar's. It is actually the Guildmaster's journal. And as you're inspecting it, you're realizing that it's all of his business dealings. He's got a table of contents, basically, listing out on what pages what business dealings are. And you got currently 3 pages of them. Would you like me to list it down, or?
Yes.
Okay, so the first one would be a group of slavers that he's had business dealings with. The next one is the water merchants. The next one after that is the governor's personal army, personal army. And when you flip the page, it goes to a few people that have military titles. And on the 3rd page, it says something about a prosecutor, and it has quotation marks around it.
Okay. Is there anything in the entry under the prosecutor?
You flip the journal open to the prosecutor, and it says nothing about a prosecutor, but it uses the term judge several times. And how he had business dealings with this judge about gun supplies. James Blackport's name is mentioned a few times in there. And how he got to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Or he needed to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and it seems that came to fruition. And how he's basically hoping that by giving the judge resources, that it will spare his life. The rest of the people you don't give a shit about. But as long as his life is spared, it was a business dealing worthwhile.
I see. Okay. So kind of pocket this book and kind of shout out to Como. Say, Como, I think I may have something you might want to read once we get to Biblilopolis, your hometown there.
I sigh and just put my arm back. As in reaching for said thing.
All right, I pull the book out of my chest little area and hand it over to him. It's got a bit of tit sweat on there, though.
I read it, and I assume I'm getting the same information.
You are, but however, if you would, you could do a, what would it be? Just roll a regular d20, because I can't think of the skill at this moment.
For what? What use?
Reading.
You're basically just kind of skimming through the whole thing. I would say sleight of hand, but it's not really sleight of hand.
It sounds like you're looking for perception. Or
Perception?
investigation.
Thank you. Investigation, yes. Investigation.
Well, for me, that is just a normal d20, as I have no proficiency.
Hey!
17, however.
Damn.
Okay. So you look at this journal, and you start realizing Balthazar did exactly what you told him not to. However, that is subsided by the fact that you are now reading the Guildmaster's journal.
Whoa.
And,
I didn't touch his body. It dropped out of the
well, he
fucking
doesn't
body
know
onto
that.
the ground.
He doesn't know that.
Ah.
So, however,
You get a
that
pass this
subsided.
time.
That subsided. As you're skimming through it, you find a drawing. And on this drawing is the map of a very shittily drawn map of Eraedien. And as you're going towards Bilazili, Jesus, I'm gonna have the hardest time pronouncing the whole fucking town.
Just
Let's
start.
change,
Just
let's
start.
change it to Beazil.
No, just start scatting the name. It'll be a different name every time. I say, Skibop Boopa Town.
No, that's gonna be your thing. So
Skilaka.
as you guys are traveling towards Bilazili, you realize that there's a ziggurat of sorts straight east from Bilazili. A ziggurat that honestly you've never seen on a map. You've never seen in person, but it seems of a place of importance.
So we're both seeing this out of the wagon.
No. This is on the journal. It wasn't in the prosecutor section.
So I don't
He was
see
just
this.
scanning through it. No. He sees it on a shittily drawn map that the guildmaster had drawn himself. Did everybody die?
We're waiting to hear what's next.
Oh, I just told you what happened. What do you...
Well, I can't do nothing because I don't know.
Yeah.
Simon and I we're keeping on until we drop this kid off. I'm not taking him to a ziggurat that I don't know about.
Oh, okay. So...
When will the boy get experience as an adventurer then, Como?
When he's old enough to actually handle something like that.
When he's old enough to hold a sword, I see. Does your aunt know any sort of combat skills or anyone in the village that does? Maybe we can get an apprenticeship for the boy?
There's a blacksmith.
Yeah, blacksmiths need to know how to handle swords somewhat. I guess we can set something up and I shall fund.
There
I
are
can
city
fund.
guards. There's the guild that I'm in with.
Options for this boy. Well, we should increase his place in this world, especially, I think I'll take care of the financial portion of that.
Well,
for unrelated reasons, not
I believe
because of
he will
guilt or
probably.
anything.
I imagine he will stay and probably work the inn with my aunt until he can go off on his own, or if he chooses to stay.
As this conversation is happening, the sun just continues to get lower and lower on the horizon. The cold wind of the desert begins to blow through, and sand in the wind starts hitting your exposed body parts, your face, your hands. Are you guys going to continue through the night, or would you guys like to stop and set up a camp?
Well,
is it a normal just like gust that's bringing up grains of sand, or is it like the start of a sandstorm?
It's just normal gusts. It's just a normal gust of wind throwing grains of sand at you.
And then we keep on
sandstorm.
keeping on.
Yeah, because isn't
Alright.
his fucking thing like a super luxury fucking
He's
thing
also got a
that you
body
can
in
sleep
the back.
So it's all
Well,
that
there's not gonna be
luxury
much room.
Bulls fucking joist fucking luxury things.
It's literally a wagon with a water tank and a little bit of room in the back.
It's still covered though, right? So the sand shouldn't really affect us.
The water tank has a cover.
Yeah. Shit.
The wagon doesn't.
I don't know why I was kind of picturing just like a wagon version of a
Like
limousine.
a carriage. Like a carriage.
Kind of like a carriage, but like almost like a plush limo on the inside. Like a fucking TV, even though there are no TVs yet.
Is that HBO?
Is that The Sopranos?
Is that Skinamax?
Cover your eyes, boys. There's titties here. You're not old enough yet.
And now I'm the one that's keeping him from his potential.
Oh, so he can't shoot cum because he's only 7 years old, but he can watch titties on HBO Max. You know, I don't quite understand you, Como.
First time I ever saw a pair of breasts, my friend, was the movie Beer Fest at age 6.
Well, maybe they have that online then. Is it a rite of passage for the boy then? So maybe it'll start his puberty earlier, which means he may be able to try his cock magic sooner rather than later.
I will keep it in mind, Balthazar, that I'm able to use my magics another 3 times.
Listen, no one's going to be splooging in your carriage, fucking wagon, whatever this is, with your yak in the front.
No more propaganda to the boy.
All right.
It is done.
All right. Till he's 18, then he shall learn about it at least, and he can make up his own mind.
All right. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Now, does anybody want a drink?
A drink of what, Balthazar?
A liquid substance.
Of what nature?
I believe it's water-based.
I grab the can. I'm assuming the canteen that the boy drank is empty now.
Yes.
I grab it and I just put my pinky in there and fill it back up. We've got plenty.
Wait, he can shoot water out of his pinky?
Yes.
What? That's kind of cool.
My race has create or destroy water as a racial.
Can I get a create or destroy semen fucking thing?
I thought about that earlier. Whenever I made the cum cobra joke, I thought about that too.
Because honestly, that sounds like a fucking awesome ability.
Honestly, it sounds like a horse shit ability.
Oh, it'd be useful in some
destroyed
cases.
all the semen in your testicles, sir. What are you gonna do?
You can never have kids again.
It would be the only person that could get someone pregnant by a finger banging.
Fuck yeah. That's what it's gonna be. I'm
So
gonna just finger bang all the bar fucking wenches.
So what's the sleeping arrangement gonna be? Because you're still 2 days out.
I mean,
Yeah, we give the bed to the boy, and then I just kind of fucking lay next to. Is there enough room for me to lay next to Ball Rag?
the fuck, you just call him Ball Rag?
Yeah, that was from the first time when his name kept changing.
It's Guldar and Raglug.
Oh fuck. All right. Yeah. Can I fucking lay next to Raglug or fucking Guldar? Is there enough room?
Fucking Ball Rag.
Guldar is 7 feet tall. And
But
he's
like,
a
how
big
wide
guy.
is he?
He's a big guy. So
He's a fucking orc.
yeah,
Shit.
he's a biggin.
I pipe up to Como. Would you be opposed? I do need some rest. Can I just kind of nestle into kind of his arm here and go to sleep?
What was the rule?
Don't touch his body. But what if he's touching me, technically?
I pull the reins and stop the wagon.
Okay.
I get out. And do
stops.
I do the shape Earth hut.
Okay. As he's gesturing, you see the sand form a hut, and it becomes solid, like sandstone.
And then I want to move Guldar's body next to it, and then also build like a little sandstone box around him.
Okay. So you lay his body down and build a sandstone box around him, protecting him from the elements and creatures.
Alright, let's go to bed.
Are we sleeping inside the carriage or next to this house thing?
We're sleeping in the thing, but it's a fucking shelter.
Oh well, I don't know how big it is.
It's a hut. It's
quite
5
sizable.
feet by 5 feet, I believe, right?
It's like being in a tent.
Okay. So I go inside the fucking little hut spot. Fuck, curl up into the fetal position. Just fuck go to sleep.
Okay. What about you, Como?
Same thing. I give the boy my my sleeping bag and bullshit and go to sleep on the ground.
All right. So I need you guys to roll a perception check at disadvantage, both of you.
The boy's gonna kill us in our fucking sleep.
Okay, so I got 17 and a 20.
I got a 4.
Okay. All right. So during the night, you hear a bit of Como. You hear a bit of the sand shifting in a very odd manner.
Wait, does anything flag my my natural
other
explorer
creatures?
shit?
Yeah. There's creatures all around. You really can't tell how close they are or how far they are. You just know they're within your.
They're within a mile.
Yeah. Oh no! Isn't it 6 miles?
I think it's. Let me see it.
Because it's favored terrain.
As long as they're not like actually beasts, like I can sense aberrations, celestial dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead within 1 mile, or within up to 6 miles in my favorite terrain.
Okay.
But it doesn't reveal the creature's location or number.
Yeah. Definitely can sense a few things. However, you don't know what they are. But yeah, you do pick up on something going on.
I wake Balthazar up.
Yeah.
Alright. Balthazar, you feel
What's going on?
what's hands on you.
Something's not right. There's things nearby.
Things like I'm assuming bad things to wake me up out of a nice slumber here.
They're not man or beast.
Not man or beast. Ah, shit. We should probably wake the boy.
I think we leave the boy in the hut and we go look.
But what if he needs to run?
He'll be safe in the hut with us outside.
Alright. I head for the hut door, fucking beaded door, or whatever the fuck's there.
I split the stone open to where we can walk through.
Ah, okay.
So you guys walk through the split in the stone, and you guys are looking around. The moon is illuminating the desert terrain, and about 10 feet you see this large scorpion tail just in the sand, not even pointing at you, but you just see the tail sticking up out of the sand. Como, you would know this to be just a normal thing for scorpions to do. Just burrowing down, waiting for prey to come along.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Now, I would like to mention that I have lived here my whole life and have a +6 to animal handling.
Okay.
Do you think I could tame this thing?
You could try.
Now, before he does that, can I, do a perception check to see if this is a male or a female scorpion?
You could, but it'll be at disadvantage because all you see is the tail.
I don't think scorpions are sexually dimorphic.
What, you mean like they could fuck themselves?
That is not what that means. Sexual dimorphism is when a male and female of a species look different.
Ah, okay. How to tell if male scorpion. Get that research in, baby.
Actually, the way to tell is by the tail.
Oh, is it?
Male scorpions are usually thinner and faster than females. Female scorpions carry their scorpions on the...
Well, it says males usually are more slender and have longer tails than females.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like this might be an animal where the tail, but that was just like gonna be a crazy ass fucking guess. But
Okay.
Well, I know that
honestly,
you can tell. You can tell how venomous.
oh, did we?
He cut
Okay.
out, right?
Yeah, I did. I saw it cut out.
He got
I
excited.
said, you can tell a scorpion how venomous they are by looking at them.
Oh shit! So then, do I just get a regular check, or do I get an advantage because it is the tail?
The
It'll be advantage because it is the tail.
Scorpions, if you look at their claws, if the claws are like real
Fuck,
skinny, like
yeah.
like a toothpick, it'll like kill you. If their claws are big and meaty, like a crab claw, then they're not venomous. Like not real venomous. It'd be like getting stung by like a bee.
Then we're all right. Well, that advantage, I got a net 20, so 20 plus 3, we got a 23 there, baby.
Wow. Okay, so you try to decipher and distinguish it from male or female, and you see that it is in fact a female. The tail is
Shit.
far girthier than the males would be. However, you also notice that the tail, you're only seeing maybe a fourth of the full tail. So it leads you to believe that this thing is far larger than what you guys realized at first.
I let Como know that it seems to be much larger than we can see currently.
You would
I
like
wanna-
to do a nature check?
Oh, me?
No, well, you'd do it. No. Come on.
16.
So, as you're looking at the tail, you're realizing that it's a emperor scorpion, a very large one. And
Good news, Balthazar. Its venom is not potent.
Ah, good. Is it about the same amount of potency as the frostbite spiders over in Frowife?
Probably less so. It'd be more equivocal to like a giant bee.
Ah, okay. I could deal with that, I guess.
Emperor scorpions are like the least venomous scorpion on the planet.
Now, how far away is this scorpion? Like, is it close enough to where it may become an issue?
10 feet away, so
No.
it
It's
seems
already
to
an
just.
issue.
Well, it seems to be, just due to your guys' perception, it just seems to be just waiting for prey to come by. And due to its sheer size, it's not like it could sneak up on you.
I would like to reach in and pull out one of my. I'm assuming our rations have meat in them.
Yes. Yes.
So
They would have meat, berries, and, like ship's biscuits.
I want to judging by the tail, I'm assuming I can kind of guesstimate like where the claws are at underground.
Yeah, you could, yes.
I go out just outside of its reach, in front of it,
Okay.
and I want to throw a stone in front of it.
Alright, so you toss a stone, and it hits the ground with a decent thud. Nothing happens.
I ready my revolver just in case shit goes south.
Yeah, I'm looking at Balthazar like already concerned. I want to. You know that thing with cats where you're like, pss, 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 pss?
Yeah.
I do that.
Okay.
But I would like to roll animal handling on it.
Okay, so roll animal handling.
Another, 16 plus 6, so 22.
Okay. So you the Emperor Scorpion, and again, nothing happens.
Does the tail look flaccid?
The tail looks very flaccid.
Is there any sapphires nearby?
No, unfortunately, no.
Balthazar, I think it's dead.
Oh. Do you want me to shoot it to see if it'll wake up? Make sure
No,
it's dead?
because if it's alive, that'll piss it off. You got anything where you can just, like, gently poke it?
Well, I mean...
You're behind it. You should be good to get out of the way if it is.
Under the right circumstances, I mean, I can poke it. Oh, actually, I pull out my rod that's in my inventory.
Okay.
Not my penis, my actual rod. And I just lightly poke it with a stick.
You see the tail just twitch a little bit, and then it fully stands up.
I jump back
Out
and
of
yell,
the tail.
"Crikey! I think she's
And
mad."
The tail is about, you could say about 10 feet, but it seems like it's still further down in there. Down in the sand.
I would like to
But it's
reattempt
alert now.
I'd like to reattempt the. Pss.
Okay.
18.
Alright, so you do the even more aggressively this time and far louder. And as you do it, the tail just erupts from the ground. And so does this this thing is fucking massive. And you are currently standing on about midway on its back, Como. And it is pissed.
Where am I in relation?
Balthazar, I may have underestimated the size.
Yeah,
You
that's
are
what my ex-wife
behind it.
didn't say.
Balthazar, you are behind it. You're about 5 feet away from it. And Como, you are now, I'd say, 10 feet in the air. This thing is huge.
Shit.
However, it doesn't know you're on its back.
Does it know where I am?
Can I attempt to calm it down? I take that as a no.
Oh, I think we lost him. There he is. Start stroking its back. Musha
I was gonna say.
machete. Musha machete.
I'm just sitting there stroking its back. Just easy, girl. Calm.
I be stroking. Start fucking talking to it like Arthur Morgan. Oh, girl. You're alright.
Yeah, just.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so hang on. Let me get
Somebody's
this
laundry's done.
pop back out.
That would be me.
There we go. Sorry, I didn't hear. I had to jump out real fast to fucking get the shit working.
I said I would like to attempt
Alright.
to calm her down.
Okay, so I want you to roll an animal handling check.
Kiss my dice, so I may try to get a 20. Kiss the dice.
Are you not hearing me do that? Shit, I think I got my threshold set pretty low. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Alright, let's see. Swear to God, I've been rolling like above 12 all night. I'm gonna be real pissed if this is like the one I get a 1 on. 15.
Okay, so you attempt to calm the scorpion, and it is alerted to you on its back, and it begins to, its tail elongates and starts coming in towards you, trying to stab you.
I mean, if it's this big, I just move out of the way a little bit.
Okay, so you just sidestep it, and the tail goes into its own back, and the scorpion freaks out and just starts charging forward. And I need you to do a let's do a dexterity check.
Wish me luck.
Is it charging towards the hut?
No, it's running away, basically.
Okay.
It thinks that whatever the hell he is did it.
12.
Okay, so it's sprinting away, and you're trying to get some kind of footing onto this scorpion to steady your balance, but its exoskeleton, it's too slick, and you can't get a footing, and you slide right off and land in the sand. However, the sand is soft, so you don't take any damage. And it runs off. That would be the biggest scorpion you've ever seen, and it got away.
I'm upset. I go back, my head hanging, just in shame.
I look at him, and it'll be all right. Next time we'll get a scorpion companion, because that'd be pretty fucking cool.
Balthazar, I don't think you realize that thing was like 4 times their normal size.
How far away is this creature?
Oh, she crossed over the sand dune, so you got no idea.
Damn. Well, shit. Hopefully again we'll see that beast.
As you say that, the sun begins to peek over the dunes, and it's a new day.
Shall we wake the boy?
Yeah, let's get going. I'm just sitting here taking back-to-back L's.
So you guys gather the boy and get him into the wagon and continue on your journey towards Bilazili. And after about a day and a half, you guys finally make it there. Tired, but you guys make it there. And Como, a couple of the guards, they wave towards you and greet you, and a few people, hey, where you been? How you doing? Been a while.
Smiling and waving as we go by.
The wave.
As you have a couple people wave back to you, Balthazar, and the town's abuzz with just liveliness and people trying to make sales and laughter. It's just good old time. And as you make your way towards, as you get out of the wagon, and would you guys like to make your way towards the bar first, or is there somewhere else you'd like to go?
Now we're stopping at the bar first.
Oh, this Beelzebub City seems to be such a poppin' place.
80% of what we need to do is at the inn.
Okay. So you guys start walking there, and a couple people pat you on the back. It's good to see you. How you been? And you go into the tavern. Your aunt standing behind there. She's just disheveled. Especially for a dwarven woman, she's very disheveled. And she sees you. Her eyes just widen. She gets this big grin on her face. Well, my boy, where have you been?
No time for pleasantries, Aunt. I need you to come outside with me.
Now, as he's doing this, can I roll a perception check to see what how she looks?
She looks like a very short, stout woman. She has reddish hair, and she kind of has a little bit of a beard going, but it's one of those where she's trying to keep it very well maintained. But of course, dwarves, they have very strong facial hair.
And like, how old is she though?
She would be in her late 40s, early 50s.
All right, fat ass.
I mean, she's a very stout woman, so yeah, she's got herself an absolute unit for an ass.
Just a little bit of a dumpy.
All right. Well, I think you should be a little more kinder to your aunt there, Como.
Balthazar, you know consequences. And I walk outside the bar with my aunt.
Yeah, he said, as I mumble to myself, consequences of coming within 50 feet of his stuff. He didn't say anything about coming inside of his hand. As I fucking shuffle out the door.
Do I hear that?
Roll a perception check at disadvantage. Because you're more focused on the task at hand.
Well, I got a 16 and a 17.
Shit.
Okay, so...
Wait, or do I... What's my perception? Plus 3, so actually 20 and a 19.
Okay, so you heard him say it, but you just kind of...
I just give him the shit eyes.
Yeah. You heard him say it, and your aunt's just holding you by the lower... What is it? The lower back. Holding you close, happy to have you there. She's curious, though, as to why you need to speak with her outside. As you guys walk through the tavern door, she looks up at you. So what's going on? What's going on, Como? Tell me. What could you tell me in the bar?
Brace yourself as I lead her to the wagon. And I uncover Guldar's body from the cloth.
She puts her hands up to her mouth and... Oh my god. When did it happen?
Has it been 2 days now? 3 days?
3-4 days.
Yeah, Tyler's three days ago.
It's only been 3 days?
Yeah.
Well, because didn't he die in that whole rubble, and then everybody left?
Yeah.
For
it's only been like 3-4 days. Yeah.
Oh, really? That didn't take too long.
Yeah.
Magical balloon is the shit, man.
That's why it's
magical
balloon. It was a very much magical plot-filled balloon.
It was some fucking quality plot armor balloon.
Yes, it was. She just can't find the words. You hear her struggling to speak. Her hand still covering her mouth, and tears begin streaming down her eyes. As this is happening, I reappear next to her side and go to comfort her and say, "It's quite all right. I'm here for you. By the way, my name's Balthazar. Nice to meet you."
I cast mold earth up to his neck.
He's consoling your aunt, so she would get
I pull her to the side and then cast mold earth.
I think it's already too late. We're encased together.
You already, yeah.
I release her part, I guess.
Damn it.
She's
you notice a crack in the earth near my fucking nether regions?
I close
She's
the cap.
looking at you both. She doesn't know what's going on. She still can't find the words. Who is he? Who is he?
Someone I met along the way. Nothing more at the moment.
Well, that kind of hurts my feelings, but alright.
I said at the moment, that gives room for growth.
Well, hopefully I develop somewhat of an arc here.
I just like to imagine like your character actually says that, like, maybe I'll be in one of the arcs. And then I also I wave for the boy to come.
Whoa! I thought we weren't doing that yet.
I move the rock up to his mouth, but leave his nose exposed.
Balthazar, the earth covers your mouth, and you can mumble, but you can't. No words come out.
But unbeknownst to you, I have practiced the art of Minotaur Elvish nose singing. So therefore, I can speak from my nose. From my nose.
What's your constitution?
Where would I find that?
Is your constitution your stat?
Oh, +4 for. Are we looking for saving throw modifiers?
No, I'm looking for the actual stat itself.
13.
So he can hold his breath for like, what, 2.5 minutes?
He could, yeah.
Keep that in mind.
2.5, 3 minutes.
All right. I'll let you get on with your things. I say through my nose.
The boy steps out of the wagon and comes to you, and your aunt looks at you and looks at the kid. When did you get a child? You've been sowing those wild oats?
He was orphaned 2 days ago, and he has no place to go.
Ah. Well, seems like we have a lot of those in this town. A lot of orphans.
I figured he could work at the inn.
Oh, well. I mean, what choice do I have? You kind of dropping the world on me here. And
It's been a rough few days.
Let's see. Heard you were in town. Your mom didn't come see me.
I had business to take care of. I was not able to go long.
She gives you a nudge in the stomach and gives you a smile. I know, it's good that you went to see your mother. She's always wondering about you.
You guys will see some of the fruits of my labor here in the next few days.
Well, I know that you've been very busy, so I mean, if this helps you, me taking this child in, and what do you plan to do with Guldar?
I was leaving it up to you, as he was with you primarily, but I was hoping you might have known where his mother went.
Ooh, that's a hard wound. If you want, I could tell his mother, save you that heartache.
I think this is something she needs to hear from his best friend and see him to get her closure.
Okay. Well, she moved to, her and her husband moved to Shkem a few years back. When they had that falling out between Guldar and his family. So they ended up moving. The husband, the father, he was mad. And no one knows what he was mad about, but I guess now we'll never know.
So Shkem is where I'm going.
Yeah, Shkem is where you're going.
I take it this is a town I've sold water in?
Yes.
Okay. Then we'll probably be in town for the day and then leave in the morning.
Okay. Alright, well, I could give you guys some drinks if you want some food. I mean, unless you want your mother's home cooked meals.
Food wise, I think I am good anyway. I don't know about Balthazar and the child, but I could use a drink.
I am quite
They
quite parched here, being encased in stone and all.
I look at Balthazar. Will you behave?
Yes, I will behave.
Once we're out of my town, you can be you, but for here, you must be respectful.
All right.
I wave my hand and the rock falls.
And you are now free again, and His aunt looks at you, Balthazar. Well, you're more than welcome to have food and drink. Of course, it'll be heavily discounted. I can't give it to you on the house. But
Oh, well, I like to support small businesses anyway, so don't worry about the discounts there. Quite a fine woman like yourself needs to still make a living.
well, I appreciate that, not many people think of that. It's definitely refreshing. So, Balthazar was it, right?
Why, yes, and I never did catch your name.
Well, most people call me Auntie, but, you could call me Cindy. I don't know you well enough to be your aunt, so...
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll get to know each other a little bit more later on through the evening. But, Cindy, it's a beautiful
Yes.
name.
I cough and say respectful.
Very respectful. She's a fine woman. Wouldn't do anything to disrespect your aunt here. She's a nice lady.
That includes respecting me, Balthazar.
Yes. Yes, respecting you, I have no qualms about this.
Your aunt just kind of smiles a little bit, blushing, and is this all that you needed to talk to me about, or?
For now.
All right, so I'm just gonna get back to the tavern and try to get something prepared for Guldar. I remember him talking about wanting to be cremated. That way, his mother could always have him nearby. So,
We will. I'm trying to think. I mean, we're in a town with the guild, and if I sell water in that town, that means they have at least a station.
yes.
So I want to send. I'll send a bird to Skim.
Okay.
I'll go to the guild and I'll send a raven or vulture or hawk, whatever the fuck we use in the desert.
Okay.
Falcon.
Falcon.
I like how you said vulture.
I know what we got.
So,
But I'll
Your
send
aunt-
one asking the guild to find Goldar's mother and let her know.
If he goes to the guild, I'll just go to the tavern and get a drink, get a pitcher of rot gut.
Okay. So, as he's writing out the letter at the guild, you sit at the bar where Cindy is serving drinks, and she looks at you and she goes, "Balthazar, correct?"
Yes. Cindy, was it?
Okay. Yes. What can I get you?
I'll just get a pitcher of rot gut. I'm a simple man here.
We don't have rot gut here. We have some Argosian ale,
Well,
or maybe you would like some blood wine.
I've never had Argosian ale or blood wine. Well, why don't we start me off with a Argosian ale and bring out a bottle of blood wine here. Get yourself a glass too. Maybe we can. You could tell me a little bit more about yourself, and also it seems like that stick in the mud of yours of a nephew there.
Oh, he's a good kid. He's a great kid. Mind you, as she goes to reach at the higher of the shelves and grabs a large bottle of the blood wine and places it on the counter and puts 2 glasses, very small glasses, and she goes below the thing and picks up a jug of Argosian ale and puts 1 cup there for you. She pours it and slides it to you. So, how did Como come to get to know you? You're a very strange wizard.
Well, it's actually quite a funny story, actually. Me and one of my companions there I was traveling with, we were tasked by the guildmaster in the town over to go check out some sort of weapons that weren't coming back for him from a certain arms dealer. And along the way, well, we were getting chased by a sandworm, and, well, we came across your nephew, and he saved our lives.
Yeah, that sounds like Coma. Always saving people's lives. He, really, funny enough, she pours herself a little glass of wine and starts sipping on it. She goes, oddly enough, he came back one time with this very strange man, very tall, and something about him being lashed to a cross. I mean, he's always known to do things like that.
So your nephew seems to be one who likes to take in strays, eh?
Yeah, you could say that. And of course, you know, the stray child that he brings me, she starts to, you know, laugh a little bit and, you know, hands the boy a rag and signals for him to go clean the countertop. And the kid just kind of has this sour look on his face, but starts to do a very shitty job of cleaning the countertop, but he's putting forth the effort. Yeah, just brings home strays, you know, but it's alright. Our town has flourished. Most of the people here are either orphaned or, you know, were destabilized, or not destabilized, shit. They were, you know, forcibly moved from their home.
Displaced is the word you were looking for.
Thank you. Displaced. Alright. So yeah, some people were just displaced from their homes, you know, and they just were brought here.
I see.
The war really, it was really the war.
Well, tell me more about that. Do you remember anything of the war?
Well, I mean, you know, being a dwarf, I was treated at first very, very poorly by the humans that inhabited most of the cities. Very much so Kol Taknazi, or Kol Naktazi. Fuck up my own goddamn lands.
The cold Nazis. I hear they're pretty shitty people.
Well, I mean, they do a lot of slavery, and the governor was a real piece of work. And it just, I don't know. I don't know. All I do know is that I didn't feel welcome there. Shkem wasn't too bad to me, but of course, you know, people are people. Humanity never ceases to amaze me at times. But I got chased out of there too and came here. And just have been welcomed with open arms. So I decided I would set up a bar and, you know, treat everybody as family. And that's kind of how I got the name Ant.
Well, I see why people are accustomed to calling you that. You've got a very calming presence.
Too kind. You're too kind. Don't get on my bad side, though. I mean, I am still a dwarf.
Well, a little bit of fieriness isn't a bad thing every once in a while.
Looks down and keeps drinking the wine, and as you two continue your conversation, we go to Como Daria, who's at the Guildmaster's building, Guild Hall, and he's writing out a letter, and you hear the very familiar footsteps of the very familiar Guildmaster. Hey, Como, my boy, it's been a while. So, what have you been up to since our last meeting?
Give me one sec.
Out of context, can we draw the conclusion that dwarves are pretty much just short Latinas? of the fucking fantasy world?
I wouldn't say they're just short Latinas.
They're Scottish, bub.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
Scottish.
Scots.
Still fiery.
Yeah.
So short Scots. All right.
I am back though.
Okay. So what have you been up to, Dogma? It's been a while since our last time meeting, a couple days. I feel like we have more to talk about, you know.
I'm currently writing a letter to Guldar's mother.
Oh. Ooh. Why?
Why else would I be writing to Guldar's mother?
Damn. I was kind of hoping that you'd tell me that you were having an affair with her, but damn. Obviously, that's not the case. Sorry to hear about you losing your friend.
Yeah, well, we're probably going to have a time selling water in the town over.
In Shkem?
Nah, what's it? Kolnatazi is that's the one we just came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kolnatazi.
We don't do business with them. You know this.
I pull out their guildmaster's journal where it had an entry from the Water Merchants Guild.
He grabs it from you and looks at it. Huh.
Someone has been dealing with them.
Someone indeed.
Does the book say who the merchant is?
No. He definitely didn't
I
give-
closed the journal and put it back in my bag.
So somebody's been double dealing with that snake.
I don't know who, but there's a receipt, there's proof of purchase, so someone's been dealing.
Don't worry about it. We'll keep this between you and I and a couple of other people.
I just figured I'd bring it to your attention.
Oh, I appreciate it. How did you come about that, though? I'm pretty sure he just didn't give it up. Or do I want to know how you came about it?
I don't even know if their guildmaster's alive or dead. The city was
What?
attacked by a dwarven mining machine. Leveled.
Wow.
The governor's dead. It's what killed Guldar. I don't know if the guildmaster, if he made it out, if he's still there in the rubble.
One could hope that that piece of shit died. It's unfortunate about the governor. He was a good man. A damn good man. I mean, of course, before the guildmaster. Once he got that snake by his side. Oh.
Well, there's a 50-50 chance the head's been cut off the snake, so
Yeah, well.
we can hope.
The heart and soul of that town was also killed. I mean, I know that he did some bad practices that we, of course, distanced ourselves from, but
They've since disbanded their slave trade, though, which is why I say you may want to move a guild operative there.
Well, I mean, with this turn of events, of us having possibly a double dealer in our midst, I can't think of anybody better than you.
I mean, do you want me to establish a station or a guild?
I would be honored if you would be a guildmaster in Kolnatazi. I trust you. You brought me this information. And honestly, we need as much trade as possible, especially with the governor and his military is disbanded, I'm assuming.
I don't know the state of their government. I don't know how they're replacing him.
Mm-hmm.
I said I don't know the state of the government. I don't know how they plan on replacing the governor, or with who.
Well, it would have to be through a vote. They'd have to they'd have to vote. However, if you were to establish yourself there as the guildmaster, whoever they voted in couldn't kick you out. You already bring trade. You bring water. I mean, it's if you want the job. You don't have to accept now. You can accept at a later time. But I'm serious. I want to offer this to you.
As long as you're okay with me being, I still plan on traveling and selling.
That is perfectly fine. I wouldn't expect anything less.
Say I'm more of the boots on the ground type of guy.
He extends his hand. We'll get that paperwork written right up for you.
I'm here until Guldar's mother comes to see her son.
Okay. So, you said it's, where'd you say that you were sending the letter?
Schkim.
Ah, okay. So, yes, we can, we'll have that paperwork to you before the beginning of tomorrow. No big deal. And we'll get it all signed, sealed, and delivered.
I tie my letter to the... I need, like, clear... What kind of bird am I using? This, or do I just get to fucking pick a bird?
You could pick a bird.
I want a bearded vulture.
A bearded vulture it is.
You know what that is, right?
Not a fucking clue.
Oh, we're about to see the most death metal fucking bird on the planet.
Oh, shit, cool.
Should've gone with an ostrich.
You tie the note to the bearded vulture's leg.
Holy shit.
Let it go. And no, not yet. We'll take
it's like
a break here
it's
soon.
a Swedish death metal bird.
Oh, I really want to see it now. But we'll take a break here soon. And but yeah, you release the bird to take the note to Schkem. And the guildmaster stands there still with his hand outstretched.
I shake his hand.
He pats you on the shoulder with his free hand and goes, I'm proud of this moment. You really, really have no idea how proud I am. I know that my faith isn't misplaced. And
I appreciate it.
Again, sorry to hear about your friend. I'm gonna go and work on that paperwork for you.
Sounds good. I'll see you in the morning as I take my leave.
He goes up the stairs and you take your leave. Where are you heading to?
My mother's.
Your mother's. Alright, so as you head to your mother's, we are gonna take a fucking break. Heading to see your mother, and we go back to Balthazar and Cindy at the bar, who have been drinking and laughing and talking and little bits of flirting here and there. So, you mean to tell me that this magic that you perform is a serious school of magic?
Listen, Cindy, I've told you multiple times here. Listen, cock magic is a very serious school of magic. It's not bullshit, I'm serious, I'm telling you.
I've never heard of it.
Well, that's because it is very secretive. I'm actually one of... I believe I am the last practitioner of this school of magic. It was taught to me by an old man. For a very long time ago, my teacher, who passed away, but before he did, sent me into this world, looking to expand the knowledge of our school of magic. So I tell you, I take it very seriously.
Oh, you're not even from this world. And
I'm from this
your
world.
impression?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm from this world, though.
Oh, I mean, because you don't look that old, but you sound like an old man.
Well,
She takes the drink and just slams it back and pours another.
I also finish my drink in the same way and extend my cup to be refilled.
She fills it, still laughing. So, Explain that to me. I've never seen that. You got old man voice, young man body. What's up with that?
Well, you know, cock magic, learning it really puts a fucking does a number on your throat. There's a lot of somatic, verbal portions to this as well as somatic, so it really strains your voice, and your voice box and your throat. A lot of tea. I drink a lot of tea or mulled wines. Just the heat helps, but that's where the disparity is. Unfortunately, I am quite young, but my voice, if you hear me from a distance, you may think I'm an elderly man, which can play to my advantage in certain areas, but I do tell you, it is a serious school of magic. I mean, I could show you on the patrons in this here bar.
Well, she looks around. Well, Ooh, I think I might have had a little too much to drink. Can you keep a secret?
Yeah, sure. I'm sure I'll forget all about it tomorrow morning anyways.
I hope not. But, I need you to roll a persuasion check real fast.
You said a persuasion check?
Persuasion.
That's a net 20 with a +6.
Fuck. Okay. Well, how would you feel about maybe accompanying me tonight to my room? But, shh, you can't tell Como. You get mad.
Well, it sounds like that's something I can keep a secret.
But
I must ask first. Do you have any sapphires?
no, I don't have sapphires. I'm sorry.
That's quite all right.
What do you need sapphires for?
Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
Okay. And we go back to Como, who's walking to his mother's house, and he enters the doorway. Sorry, I take that back. Do you enter the house?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so... Well, no, I did know if you wanted to knock or some shit.
It's my house.
I took that choice from you.
Yeah, you don't know if your mother's banging some dude, though. Could be an awkward fucking entry.
So you walk through the door, and your mom's your mom's sitting in her armchair, and the house looks a lot nicer than it did before due to your contribution. And she looks at you and, oh my god, 2 times in the same month? Oh, my son, I'm so happy to see you.
I still just have my grimace on my face. Like, I try to crack a smile, but I can't quite get it out.
She walks up to you, places both hands on your cheeks. Well, what's the problem? Why are you coming here with face?
I just look at her and I just say, all I say is Guldar. There's like a single man tear goes down my face.
What happened with Guldar? She thumbs the tear away on your face.
Would you like me to tell you, or would you like to see it for yourself?
So the worst has happened, huh?
I don't say anything.
Well, come in and sit down, and I'll get you something to eat, and we'll just talk about whatever.
I can't stay long. His body's in the back of the wagon. I wrote his mother a letter. I'm waiting for her arrival.
Well, you can hear your room's still made up, and stay here as long as it needs, or as long as you need.
I may be back, but I've got Gotta tend to Guldar's body, and then I have a meeting with the guild in the morning.
Okay, all right. Well, you know, I'll be here. And she smacks your stomach gently. And make sure you eat. You're looking thin.
I will, Mom. I will. And then I go back to the inn.
And you walk back to the inn, and you just hear everybody being jovial. You see the assistant bartender who's just serving up drinks left and right, and everybody's just laughing and joking, and more people coming in because it's starting to get later in the day, and people are getting off of work. And a couple people, you know, hey, Como, how you doing? How you doing?
I just wave as I walk up to the bartender.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, where's Auntie at? I've got news about the guild.
Oh well, she took the night off. I guess she took the rest of the day off. I mean, I don't know. She's pissed drunk.
Gotcha. I'll go check on her as I make my way to her room.
All right, you walk up to the room, and you are at her room, and you hear some moaning and some laughter, and grunts.
Does any of it sound like it's coming from an old man?
Roll a perception check.
20 unnatural.
Fuck.
All right, Balthazar. So you're currently in the in Cindy's private chambers, putting work in.
Oh, Jesus, Cindy. Oh, you don't move like a late 40s woman. Oh, Christ. Oh. Ah. Ah. Ah.
Is that it?
Yeah, kind of.
There it was. There it was. You're hearing all this, Como.
Yeah, I'm
What
just
do you
gonna
do?
wait. I'm gonna wait outside the door for a little bit.
That's
Okay.
all right.
He,
He's gonna work on his one-handed skill tree on the outside of the fucking door.
as
Well, if
As
I'm
the-
hearing you finishing up, I'm anticipating you to.
as the clamoring dies down, Cindy gets up and gets dressed and tosses your robes to you, Balthazar. And, well, that was fun. Short-lived, but fun. So,
Well, that's why
I
they
guess
call
you can-
me Pippi Shortcockings. Not here for a long time, but it'll do.
right. Well, you see the door. You may see yourself out.
Well, Cindy, it's been a great time, but I'll be leaving. Hope to maybe
She
see
goes
you
into her
again.
bathroom and closes the door.
Mid-sentence.
Yep.
All right.
As you exit the door, you see Como Darius standing
Actually,
there.
as he exits the door, I would like to grab his cock and then cast inflict wounds at second level.
Oh my god. Is there a saving throw modifier I
Nope,
can do?
it's on touch, and you're surprised.
Oh shit. Alright, so what damage does this do to my cock?
Well, let's see. That's 32 points
Of damage?
of damage. Straight to the cock.
Well, that shit. Is this health point? This is health point damage, right?
Correct.
I am currently dead. Either that or my cock falls off.
Well, that was not what I anticipated.
Maybe we should think before doing 32 points of fucking damage.
I'll redact it to at first level if he allows it.
Roll a d20 on this one, because... No, me.
Oh, okay.
Me.
I say that was the intent was like inch of your life pain, not kill.
All right,
Well, as that one guy says, eat with your keel.
So that's, what was that? What did I say? 32 points?
Uh-huh.
So then that would knock it down to 26, because I think my fourth roll was a 6.
Fucking Jesus Christ. Alright, so I am 1 point of fucking health.
Damn.
Which is better than fucking dead.
Yeah, because that's all of your health points at once, so that's instant death, no death saves.
Yeah, I was gonna fucking say, I was about to be fucking Midorth. I was about to be Midorth all over fucking your aunt. So can I react to this, or can I cast something?
I would say that you are shocked, and you are in excruciating amounts of pain, and I don't believe that you would be focused enough to react. I think
you're almost dead. You are
surprised enough.
So I can't cast any spells.
Not at the moment, no.
Damn.
You are far if you were to cast a spell, it would be at disadvantage.
So what does that mean?
I believe. Well, I was gonna say, if you had any spells that you could, that were like instantaneous, that required a roll, maybe, but I don't think you have any of those. So
I do.
Oh, you got one that requires a roll?
Oh well, I don't think it requires a roll. It's instantaneous.
Oh no, it would have to be instantaneous and require a roll for you to be able. Because I mean, you got to figure.
Well, could I do a roll, or it has to have a roll built into it?
It has to have a roll built into it.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, I'll wait till whenever I'm not surprised that my cock was just grabbed and fucking burned almost to death.
Rotted away.
Rot cock. Ah.
I just look Balthazar in the eyes and say, "Remember what I said."
Jesus, fuck! It was consensual at least. Yeah, God.
You've disrespected me, Balthazar.
The door opens to Cindy's room, and she's standing there in like in a robe. Combo, come on! I'm a grown woman. It was my choice. Let him go.
And he gave me his word and went against.
What? Fucking your aunt doesn't mean disrespecting you, Jesus Christ. This family is a little fucked up.
Pretty disrespectful.
And I'm your aunt, and I'm telling you to let go.
I let go as I look Balthazar in the eyes and say, "Remember that I'll kill you."
Jesus, fuck. Remind me not to get anywhere near any of your other family.
I have my aunt and my mom, and if you get near my mom, they won't even find you.
Well, I mean, me and your aunt already... never mind.
As he's saying that, my hand just starts glowing. I'm not casting anything, but I'm reminding him that I still have 3 spells left.
On second thought, I guess I could take a break for a while. It was nice seeing you, Cindy, as I make my way downstairs to the tavern, holding my cock in pain.
She just gives you just this side eye and kind of just raises her eyebrows and goes back into the room, closing the door.
I walk downstairs and grab Balthazar. Tell him he's sleeping in the wagon tonight.
All right. don't need to get on your bad side anymore, fuck.
You had one task while we were in town. One.
And that was...
Best behavior. Don't disrespect me.
Well, it was best behavior. I still don't understand this disrespectful
And-
thing. I was very...
The hand charges back up.
I was very courteous and kind to you. But anyways, I'll just make my way to the wagon.
As he's going, I cast Healing Word. But the words are, fuck off.
Jesus. Alright, how many points does it get?
10.
I'll
give yourself
take it.
10 health points.
Jesus, fuck. Feels like my cock would have been ripped off.
But I don't heal his cock. The remaining damage points are strictly in the groin.
So am I not shocked anymore? Can I cast a spell now?
No, you're not surprised.
Okay. So I yell out as I walk outside of the tavern. I yell out, "It's milking time!" And a pouch or a water skin full of ejaculate materializes on my hip. And I drink it consensually for a healing benefit to my penis. So I'm going to take that spell slot, fill that up. What the fuck was that anyways?
As you walk to the wagon, you you just walk to the wagon. I don't know what you're gonna do. Oh, you drank your nut milk.
Yeah, I drink my nut milk and go to sleep.
All right, so Balthazar is going to sleep. You can put your hit points back up to normal and reset your spell slots. What are you doing, Daria?
Going home to sleep.
All right, so you guys sleep, and a new day comes. Of course, nothing new. You guys just want to skip today, or go to the next, or you guys want to do something in particular?
Yeah,
I've got the guild shit.
Okay, so the new day happens, and you walk towards the guild. Walk through the doors, and guild master's there. Ah, good to see you, Como. I got those papers all written up for you. There you go. All I need is just your signature, and we're good to go.
I want to actually read through it, make sure there's nothing that fucks me over.
Okay, you read through it, and there is nothing in there at all.
What's it say about the pay?
The pay is 1,000 gold per month, plus commissions.
Now is that just any sale any of the merchants make? I'm assuming.
Any of the merchants that make a sale in in Kol Noctazi, that you get a portion of the pay.
Sounds good. I sign it.
He smiles. He goes, "All right, good to know." He signs it as well and rolls it up. Goes to shake your hand.
I shake it.
He hands the paperwork off to his assistant, who whisks away to get it all notarized and whatnot. All right, well, seems like this will be the last time we see each other.
I mean, I'll still be in town.
Well, I mean, after you leave. I mean, I don't see...
I'll be coming back to town every now and then.
They're not to visit me. I mean, we're on the same level there, Guildmaster, and he gives you a nudge.
I just give a smirk.
Well, I do hope that you succeed. I will be watching very closely. Though I know I don't have to watch too closely because I do know that you are damn good at what you do. So, it's been a pleasure. Very proud of you. And I hope you make me even more proud.
I just, No, yeah. I just, exchange gratitudes and leave.
Yeah. He leaves. What are you doing?
Just, I guess we're skipping the day.
All right. So, you guys sleep again. Next day comes. The bearded hawk.
Vulture.
Or was it bearded vulture? Thank you. Vulture appears, and you meet it at the guild hall. You read the note. The note says simply that they'll be here. They'll be traveling from Shkem to Bilazili, and that's it. Few hours pass. And looks like a sandstorm is going to start picking up. Probably hit tomorrow. However, it's already been 3 days. So, what's the plan for tomorrow?
If I guess I, take the Vicuna to the town stables for the sandstorm and cover my wagon.
Do all that,
And then I'll go find Balthazar, I suppose.
Balthazar, where are you located?
In the back of the wagon. I pop out as I realize I'm in the stables.
Yeah, the wagon's on the stables. The
Vicuna is?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I pop out of the back of the wagon. Oh, well. Quite a bit parched. Think I may go to the tavern. And I start heading towards the tavern specifically and only for a drink.
I mean, if I see him going, I accompany him.
Roll perception check.
Like, I think that one's a 6, so a 9.
Okay.
I wish they would do something different to mark the 6 and the 9.
Other than a line?
Yeah, like the 9 needs like a circle around it or something.
So
Mine doesn't even have a line. Mine has a dot.
Oh,
that's fucking shit.
And the dot's not even not even on the bottom or anything. It's like in the middle to the right of the number.
Oh hell. Yeah, no, so you're looking for Balthazar, but he manages to evade your gaze on his way towards the tavern. And you are now in the tavern, Balthazar.
Alright, I walk up to the bar and sit down and wave over Cindy and say, I'm just here for a drink. Do you mind getting... Or she...
Cindy waves over the other bartender.
And
he
alright.
Walks up to you. Hey, what do you want?
My good man, can I get some of the fucking Argosian ale?
Yeah, sure. Got 40 gold?
Well, goddamn, that's expensive, but yes. Yes, I do.
So he puts, you said Argosian ale?
Yes.
Okay. So he grabs a flagon, puts it down, and pours some of it in there for you, and takes the 40 gold and walks away.
I sit there and just fucking drink. Start sipping the fucking ale. Just sitting there drinking, waiting for whatever the day brings.
So we go back to Como, who has pretty much figured out that Balthazar does almost the opposite of what is suggested. And he decides, hey, he doesn't decide shit. You start kind of figuring that maybe Balthazar is at the tavern.
That was my the first thing I would assume where he went.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to railroad you.
No, you're good. I don't mind when it's little shit like that. It's like just like anything combat wise.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no. So I go into the bar.
All right, you see Balthazar sitting at the bar, babysitting his Argosian ale.
I just go sit next to him.
All right, two are sitting next to each other.
I look at him and I'm just like, you're lucky. And I just wave over the assistant bartender.
Yeah, I turned to Como. Yeah, well, I don't think you have to worry about me and your aunt anymore. I don't believe my performance last night was anything she'll be calling home about, if you know what I mean. And I kind of got the message from you anyways.
The bartender walks up to you. Hey, what's going on, Como? What you want?
Just a cup of blood wine, please.
Oh, okay. He grabs a small cup and grabs the bottle off the top shelf and pours you a little cup. Here you go. He walks away with the bottle.
I nod. So this is just what we're doing, I guess.
Yeah, I was about to say, is you guys just sit there getting shit-faced?
Not getting shit-faced. I got one cup of wine.
It's blood wine, my friend. That shit's strong.
It's fine. My body is 50% water. It'll dilute.
You haven't eaten in days.
That's fine.
I down my mug of Argosian ale, wave that assistant bartender back over, and ask him for a cup of blood wine and a dish, but just like an empty dish, and a cup of water, and a candle.
Jesus Christ, you want the whole fucking store while you're at it? God.
Well, I mean, if you can accommodate.
Yeah. 200 gold.
For a plate, a candle, and blood wine?
For all the extra work you're making.
Oh, fuck my ass. This is a shakedown. 150.
Fine. Deal.
Ah, shit, I should have went lower. All right, you win. As I plop down 150 gold for this man to get me a plate, a candle, some water, and this blood wine.
He gets you all that and sets it in front of you. Sucker.
So as he does that, I drink, some of the blood wine, turn to Como and say, you want to see a trick?
Not from you.
All right, well, I'll show you. So, and I take the water, pour it into the plate, and I take the candle, set it down on the plate, and I say, I'm going to take all of this water and get it into this glass without pouring it in there. And I go and I light the candle, put the glass on top of it, and voila, the fucking water gets sucked up into the fucking glass and then extinguishes the flame.
Performance check. Do a performance check.
7, but that's physics. I don't know if it'd be so much of a performance.
Maybe you didn't get the seal proper. Maybe you broke surface tension on the water.
So
as your science,
as you're doing this this trick, a couple people kind of look over and they're curious, and they see that basically you're sucking the water up, and one of them looks at you and goes, "That's a dumbass trick. Fuck, what kind of fucking magician are you?"
The kind that fucks your mother, you inbred piece of shit.
I put my hand on
fuck you say to
Balthazar,
me?
and I go, remember the respect part about being in town?
Yes.
As you put your hand on his shoulder,
Dumb. I say nothing. Dumb shit says what? Real quick, and then he says what?
No, as Como was putting his arm on your shoulder and telling you about the respect thing, the guy just cocks you in the face, right in the mouth. It's 1 point of damage.
Okay. I turn to Como and say, well, he threw the first punch. Set down my glass and proceed to
I'm throwing the
punch him back.
Piece of shit.
All right. So roll damage.
For unarmed, right? How do I do that?
Yeah.
It's just a 1d4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
4 damage.
You hit the guy solid in the jaw. He just kind of looks at you dazed. He's like, fuck. What the fuck? You son of a bitch.
I say to him before he starts anything else, I say, see, now how's that for a magic trick? Listen, I'll buy you a fucking Argosian ale if we just all sit down and chill the fuck out.
Persuasion check.
15.
Guy looks at you and he still rubbing his mouth. His mouth starting to bleed a little bit. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I need a drink. Yeah, that's right. Hey everybody, the magician's buying a drink on the house.
Whoa.
People look and they're just looking at you like, the fuck?
Listen, not for everybody, this Argosian ale. Maybe if it was rot gut. I'm not made of fucking gold here.
Oh, you're made of bitch. Since you're made... And he passes out on the floor.
Okay, well, it's a good thing this man passed out, everyone. I'll still buy him his ale. So I buy his ale and set it on a cup next to his fucking face for when he wakes up. I'm a man of my word.
He's just...
I look at you and I say, the fuck you are.
No, listen, it wasn't disrespectful. Me and your aunt were just fucking doing adult things. You were with your mother. You weren't supposed to be back.
I just look Balthazar in the face. I go, you really don't like having your do you?
Listen, my cock is central to my magic.
No, just remember that I can take your magic away then.
You know, I'm starting to have some feelings about you that I don't quite care for.
If you would just stay in line. In one town. I don't even do this in other towns. Just this town.
Alright, listen. I'll leave your aunt alone. From now on.
Respect the community.
Yeah,
And I just go back to drinking my wine.
I sit back down in the fucking stool thing.
You guys continue to drink well into the night. And the next morning, there's a knock at your door, Como. Your mother's home. Somehow you stumbled your way home in the middle of the night.
The Vicuna just like came from the stables and just guides me. He knows how I get.
It's a chauffeur service.
He knows how I get.
Your mother calls for you to come to the living room and greet the guests.
I walk into the living room, rubbing my eyes.
You see a human man, looks to be about maybe in his late 50s, and a human woman who you can tell by her eyes she's older, but she does not look it.
The eyes have mileage.
Como, this is Guldar's family. These are his parents.
Am I here as well or no?
I would not bring you to my mother's house.
Why? Too worried I'd seduce her?
Too worried I'd get a murder charge.
Now, would it be disrespectful to cuck Guldar's father?
Wait till after the service, because I don't like his dad more than I don't like you.
All right.
And they're not part of this community.
So, you see the dad, he's standing there, he's just looking down. The mother's looking at you, her eyes are, widening, getting brighter.
I take her hand and I'm like, I'm sorry that you have to like find out this way.
It's okay. I'd much rather find out from a friend than find out through a traveling merchant. Or she just starts bawling. And her husband puts his hand on her shoulder, and he's crying his eyes out as well, but just silent.
I look at Guldar's mother and I'm like, I can take you to him if you'd like.
We'd appreciate that, very much so.
I go to lead her out the door specifically.
Yeah, the husband follows.
I turn and I say, Guldar wouldn't want, as I lead her out and shut the door behind us.
She looks at you. She goes, "Don't be like that. It's complicated."
I know what Guldar's told me, and he wouldn't want him there.
Well, what did Guldar tell you? I'm just curious.
I'm assuming growing up, I just know that I'm assuming the only side I would know is his dad's a piece of shit.
No, him and his dad got into. So the backstory you would have never heard, which I'll tell you through the mother, because as far as you know, he didn't have a father. He never talked about him. But
so the dad showing up, that means the dad's a piece of shit.
No. See, the mother explains to you that the reason, Guldar left was because Guldar wanted to impress his father, who is big into arcane items. And his father was studying this certain piece of black metal with gold inlay. It was rare, never before seen. And Guldar, wanting to help his father, grabbed it. And the metal bound to him and became a weapon of his choice, which, as Guldar, was a black axe with gold inlay, but as Radlug, it was a staff or dagger. And the father was upset, yelled at his son, and his son left home because he didn't want to be there. Because he'd never been yelled at before, and he thought the next thing coming was him being beaten, because that's what happened with his old tribe.
So is this like she's telling me this at the front door as we're walking?
As you guys are walking. Because you are, again, leading her to her son.
Wait,
Okay,
so he left because he thought he was going to get an ass whooping?
When he was in the other plane, he tried to become chief at a very young age and failed. And because he decided to try to stand up against at the time, the current chief, they beat the ever-loving shit out of him because considered weak. So he figured he upset his father, therefore he was going to get beat. So instead of being beaten again and left for dead, he figured he'd just leave.
I see.
Yes.
I
So the
inform her
father,
then that he can come to the service, but this is something as he was closer to her than him, I feel the need for her to do.
thanks you and follows you to the where Guldar's body is, and
I uncover
just
the wagon and then unwrap his
just
body.
stands there. He just stands there and looks just silent. Walks over and covers his body up. Looks at you and goes, "It's not my son. My son is still somewhere out there, happy, and traveling around." She goes, "I don't know who this is."
Is this shit because he died as Radlug?
No. This is her coping.
Okay, I was about to say, 'cause, like, I feel like I would have noticed the body wasn't his.
No. This is her coping.
Gotcha.
100%. Like when he would have that little change, sure his face would be a little different, but it's still the same person. It's just her coping. Her and Guldar had a very, very close relationship.
I
He
look at her.
always would.
I ask her if she'd like me to go fetch her husband.
She nods.
Like, I go and get
And
him.
you go back to the house, and he's standing outside, still looking down, and hears you walking up, and your guys' eyes meet, and he just kind of.
I walk up and I'm like, I apologize for earlier. I had made assumptions based on I keep wanting to say Radlug. Guldar
Oh yeah.
never mentioning he had a father. I just assumed the worst.
Yeah. I get to live with that regret every day. You mentioned Radlug. I see.
Yeah.
You got to meet him too, huh?
Yeah, it was
Bit
was
of a shock.
interesting. I hadn't gotten to speak to Guldar in a few days prior to his passing.
Yeah, well, I didn't get to speak to him in a couple of years.
I'd nod to follow me. I was like, well, now's your chance.
He follows you, and you can hear him sobbing. He's trying to keep it quiet. As you guys get to the wagon, his wife is standing outside of the shed, just stone cold, no emotions. And he looks at her, puts his hand on her shoulder, and walks in. And a few seconds pass, and you just hear him break down.
I re-uncover the body.
Oh no, he did it himself.
Okay.
He went in there by himself.
I go in to check on him, I guess.
He's just bawling his eyes out. You just hear him under his breath saying that he's sorry. It wasn't worth it.
We haven't I haven't done anything more than transport him. All of his belongings should still be on him or in his bag.
He looks at you and it pissed me off and got me mad was returned to me the day we received your letter. It's a very tricky artifact, but part of me knew what that meant. I just didn't have the heart to tell her.
I don't. What artifact?
It was his axe. He carried an axe. It was the piece of metal that I freaked out on him for. So stupid.
Oh, when he passed, he didn't have an axe on him, but
Yeah, it's because it came back to me.
his other belongings, anything he had with him, is all either on his person or his bag. I didn't know if you guys had anything particular you wanted to do with the body before the cremation.
Cremation.
Guldar's wishes.
So he could be closer to his mother, right?
Correct.
Yeah. There's nothing aside from collecting his ashes. He died a warrior's death. He deserves to keep his belongings to the next world.
I nod and I go to prepare the pyre. Give him and his wife some alone time with their child.
So they, he tries to call his wife in, and again, she's just dead to the world. You give them some privacy, and where do you go from here?
I just go. I guess the town probably has like a small lumber yard.
Yeah. It's got some lumber.
I just go get enough for a funeral pyre.
All right. And while he's doing that, what are you doing, Balthazar? You are waking up butt naked by the tavern.
Why the fuck am I? What? I'm butt naked?
Yeah, you're waking up butt naked.
Okay. Am I in the downstairs of the tavern?
No. You're outside in the alley.
Oh.
Your clothes are under your head like a pillow.
Can I perceive if I have been sexually assaulted?
You can. I mean, if
You want me to roll a perception check there?
Sure.
6.
I feel like you could just tell if your sphincter was like throbbing or in pain, but
So as you're waking up and trying to wonder if somebody raped you, you don't feel anything different. You just kind of like, it happened. I'm over it.
Yeah. Crazy night. All right. I put my clothes back on, and I go into the tavern and ask where Como is, or where he had gone last night.
The assistant barkeeper walks up to you and goes, believe you went home.
Ah, do you have any sort of directions where that may be, good barkeep?
Yeah, I do. So, what you do is you, go outside, you make a left, you go down the alley, and you go fuck yourself because I'm not a goddamn map.
Alright, well, there was no need to be a cunt, but, I guess I'll find him on my own as I leave the tavern.
Alright, so, trying to save your life here, bud. So you leave the tavern and you start walking around town, and you remember where the wagon was and go over there and notice 2 people crying over Guldar's body.
Well, fuck that shit. I'm not good with that type of shit. I'm not gonna get dragged into that. That's awkward. Alright. I turn around and fucking walk away from the wagon.
Roll
is there...
a perception check.
Shit. 14.
Alright, you see Como carrying bits of lumber to make a pyre at the center of town.
Okay. Go up to Como, and I'm like, so this wood, is that for Guldar?
I nod.
You need any help or anything like that?
You go pick up the tab at the lumber mill.
All right. Where is it?
I point up the road.
All right. I head towards the lumber mill.
You Well, you're walking towards the lumber mill, and you get to the front door of the lumber mill, and a guy opens up the slide part of his door, and he looks at you and goes, "You here for wood?"
Actually, I'm here to pay off a tab rung up by Como here.
Oh, yeah, I remember that tab. Yeah. It's 1,000 gold.
Oh, my Christ. Can we do something about that price? I don't seem to have that much money.
Oh, damn, did I pick fucking,
Did
what's
Paul
that?
send you over here?
Fucking ebony wood or some shit for his funeral pyre? Mahogany, maybe? Goddamn.
Hey, that's a lot of fucking gold. What'd you say?
Did Como send you over here?
Yes, Como sent me.
Well, then he was playing a practical joke. I told him that the shit was on the house because Guldar was a good guy.
Oh, this fucking cocksucker. I was about to suck your dick to get a discount.
Well, hang on.
Turns out I found the receipt for that tab.
Well, now, what type of wood would I be able to get besides your penis for some suck?
You like ironwood?
Well, it looks really nice on my revolver's grips, so, what can be arranged here?
On into my office and we'll talk.
Justin is gonna love Balthazar.
So I walk back into this man's office and proceed to suck his cock for ironwood enough to fit the grips of my revolver to start making it look nice.
Literally just like a relatively thick stick.
That's basically what he was gonna give him.
You got just a relatively thick, like, not like twig, not even a branch. Like you got like a fucking thick twig, and he's like,
No. He was gonna give him like a club-sized branch of ironwood.
And that's all I need for my revolver.
As you exit the lumber mill and wipe the cum from your beard, you or your mustache, sorry, you notice that the pyre is built and the Guldar is been in the middle of the pyre.
Alright, I walk over to Como and go, ha ha, very funny. There was no bill.
I tell him, I'm like, Balthazar, you got a little something on the corner of your mustache, bub.
Yeah, that's probably the cum. I got myself some ironwood for, purposes and such.
I just look away and I go back to putting the finishing touches on the pyre.
Yeah, father and mother.
You want some water out of my water skin?
I look back at Balthazar, just squint my eyes with like a yellow glow in them.
I take that as a no. I proceed to drink from my water skin, swish it around in my mouth, and then spit it out on the ground next to me.
What the fuck?
I gotta wash out my mouth, for fuck's sake.
You gotta watch out to come with some cum.
No. I have a regular water skin that comes just for healing myself.
Oh.
No, the cum is a specific spell, man.
Okay, I thought
the same thing.
I was like, out of all time,
I just rinse my mouth out from cum with cum.
I was like, I'm sitting here about to like ignite. Like, this is the last time I'm gonna see my best friend, and then you're just like, hey, you want some cum?
No, it was water, but the joke was that I've already drank out of it before, so there's probably my cum fucking laced lips were all over the shit.
Oh, the father and mother sitting there in the... Or, sorry, not sitting, standing there, waiting for you to give the final words and light the pyre. So is there any final words you'd like to say about your friend?
Oh, am I like reading the fucking last rites?
More or less, yes.
Hickory dickory dock.
I
The
look.
time ran out on his clock. Amen.
I look at him. Just whatever. What I don't. I'm not sure on what his beliefs were, but whatever anointing he may have with his Lord, I'm hopeful he will be embraced with love and mercy as we put him through the grace of his God, and may he protect him and free him from whatever sins he may have accumulated on this earth. As I light the pyre.
Right. You light the pyre and it's up. And the father walks over to you and puts his hand on his back and puts a rag in your hands. And in the rag you can feel something inside of it. And he looks at you. He looks at you and goes, Guldar would have wanted this. And he walks back to his wife.
I uncover the rag.
It is a 6-inch black piece of metal with gold inlay that just looks like crystal. But the weight of it is that of a heavy metal.
I look at Goldar's father and I look looking for confirmation.
He nods.
I grab the metal.
As you grab the metal, it turns into a scimitar-like sword. The edge of the blade is jagged and almost hooked downward. And on the back is one singular horn-looking deal.
Is this you say? So is it like a kukri then?
What's a kukri?
It's
Here.
like a Nepalesian or Indian fucking knife slash sword
Well, it's
type
like
deal.
a short. It's a type of machete, but it's like the size of a sword.
Yeah, they're really cool. I fucking got one.
Oh no! Okay, so think of scimitar, like the curved sword,
Yeah.
except with hooks going, facing downward towards the handle, like you would rip flesh away. And it's only on like the. I'll have to send you a drawing, but it looks like a mix between an axe, like an axe from Skyrim. The what was it? The Daedra axes. You know how they got that weird little fucking hook at the back?
Those warriors from Hammerfell have curved swords.
Yeah.
Curved
So
swords.
it's got this, but on the tip of it, it's got like a point towards. I'll just have to fucking draw it. I'll send you a picture of it, but I'll tell you what the
scimitar like. Seeing as we were talking about Vlad the Impaler yesterday, I want it to be a killage.
Well, we'll get together and I'll tell you all about the sword.
I was gonna say because I've got a stab block, or not a stab block, but like in my list of weapons, I actually have a thing for killage.
Oh, okay. Might have to check that out then.
I'll just
Because
there's my text file of what I have so far.
let's see.
Oh, that would probably be way better fucking text file to remember all this shit. Damn it.
Yeah. 1d8, yeah. Except it'd be 2d8.
I mean, that's
Because
fine,
it's a special sword.
but yeah,
but yeah.
no, that's. You
So-
can keep those. You can have those for if you make a book.
Oh, thank you. So as the fire continues to burn and Guldar's body is turning to ash, the day comes to an end and the parents just sit there just silent, watching their son, be honored and remembered. At the end of it all, they lovingly and very carefully try to scoop up as much of his ashes as possible. And they take their leave to go back home. After the funeral, what's the plan?
I guess I'm going back to Kol Natasi.
Okay. As well as you, Balthazar?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be following this man. This town doesn't seem to like me, and everything's too goddamn expensive.
That's not that expensive.
It's a merchant town. Come on, bub.
It's expensive.
And the guy was giving you a hard time.
It is expensive. Well, he gave me more than a hard time, but
No, he gave you a hard time.
So we'll
I
end
got
tonight's
my
session.
ironwood.
And we'll pick up, hopefully next week, where we have everybody. And yeah, we'll pick up with you guys being in Kol Natasi.